Um, hey guys, I'm not too sure if I've done this right. Um, right, I'm now live. I don't know if I've done this right, but hopefully people can see me. See, I do want to engage with people. That's why I've gone live off of Facebook. Because basically on the OBS people can't interact or comment or do anything. So anyway, it's been 2 weeks since my last live. And well, to say a lot has happened in 2 weeks is an understatement. Well, what's first? Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine are at war, which what I will say is I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Hi. But what I do remember is Memory Hold put up, and I think it was last year. It was a video that had Joe Biden, and he was in some meeting, some forum thing, and he was saying that America was going to withhold. I think it was 200 million or something, 2 million, 200 million, something like that, because the guy in charge of Ukraine, I don't know who it was, but he was investigating his son, and he didn't fit, he didn't want him investigating his son, and he blatantly said we we swapped him for someone that was more agreeable. So all I know is Ukraine is America's bitch. I don't know what President Putin's doing, but all I know is I'm hearing on the news and on the thing that he's saying that he's doing it to free Ukraine. Well, I don't know I just don't understand war. I don't understand why people have to go to war. But it seems to me that China is allying with Russia. And I don't think that's going to work out too well for us. To be quite honest with you, I really don't think that's going to work out too well for us. Old Boris Bojo's but piping in again with his we're going to sanction Russia. Why do we even have to fucking get involved? Yeah. And as for Boris, I think he's got enough fucking problems on his plate. He's probably happy about this. Forget about the cheese and wine parties last Christmas, weren't they? See, someone did say that they was now that makes sense to me. Ukraine would have been. I mean, I know that they're heavy in child trafficking. All the Eastern European countries are, but Ukraine especially. And someone saying that Putin wanted to, he wanted to stop that. I don't know if that's true, but I did on the news. When you read the things underneath when it says, and it said that Russia's not allowed to enter the Eurovision Song Contest. I was like, this is in the middle of the breaking news, and I thought, oh, I bet you Putin's well gutted about that. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? But I mean, I can only go on what everyone's saying, but what I do know is that Ukraine is 100% America's bitch, Biden's bitch. And let's face it, they've wanted a war with Russia since Hillary Clinton. She tried it, Trump stopped it, Biden's in, and Biden is just an extension. Oi! Hang on one sec, my dogs are starting again, you fucker. You have no idea, my dogs drive me bloody mad. That's why I beat them. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but like I said, Ukraine is without a shadow of a doubt 100% America's bitch. So I know that America have wanted a war with Russia from 2015, 16, when Hillary Clinton. One sec, Ronnie, stop it! When Hillary Clinton wanted a war, Joe Biden's in. She's got a war now, hasn't she? She don't have to be in power to win. But I just think it's all so sad. It's getting beyond a fucking joke. Now, what else did I have to talk about? Jean-Luc Brunel. I don't know if you saw that it got slipped in the headlines that he was suicided. Wow. But that's going to get that was just slipped in, so hopefully no one's going to notice. He never even made the mainstream media. Yeah. So my dogs are driving me bloody mad. Yeah, so it didn't even make the mainstream media, which kind of shocked me. One sec. You are doing my head in that. Pick up. Oops. Sorry about that. The things I have to do to keep my dogs out, you would not believe. But yeah, to see, I agree with that. They were running child trafficking. Child trafficking reached an horrendous. It was horrendous in Ukraine. But like I said, I don't know what's happening. I try not to follow it, to be quite honest with you, because it's all bullshit. Yeah, if our news is saying it, it's fucking bullshit. That's what I know. And also, what else was there? Oh, Jean-Luc Brunel, I was talking about him. He's been suicided off. Prince Charles's charity has been is under investigation. And I was talking, I'll get to Brian in a minute. Like, I just want to get this out of the way. And he's live earlier on. But what was I just about to fucking say? Oh yeah, I was saying to Brian the other day. I said that this Prince Charles thing. I said I don't think it's. I think the royals. I think it's all falling apart for them, because they are so fucking corrupt. And now Prince Philip is dead, who I'm pretty sure was the actual psychopath. That man was an absolute complete psychopath. Yeah, and he since he's died. It's like, I don't think anyone's. I mean, who's scared of Charles? Look at Charles. Who's scared of Charles? Not gonna lie, you looked at Prince Philip and you knew that he was someone. Prince Charles, who's fucking scared of him? And Nancy Andrew and Edward, are you kidding me? But that's what I think's happening. They're all. Oh, Putin signed a peace agreement on Monday. Wow. But I just think the royals are in trouble, which is why I spoke to Brian today after his live. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I can understand. He's had enough, because he's saying to me, it's going nowhere. I keep doing it and it's going nowhere. But for me, it is going somewhere. And, you know, I just hope to God that he changes his mind. I said to him, have a break. Because this shit, he's been doing this every day for 10 years. Stop it! He's been doing this every day for 10 years. I know. But he's been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing it for 2.5. And I feel like that sometimes. But I just, you know, I feel he's just running out of steam. Because, you know, there are times when, you know, you get really excited and you think, yes, this is it, and then nothing happens. And I can get that, but we're in a situation where, like, they are trying to shut us up. There's no two ways about it. Brian, when they took his channel down yesterday, there's no two ways about that. They took his channel and then they give it back, but they didn't tell him they'd give it back. So there's something, and I said to him, go through the videos, yeah, and see what's been taken down and see what's, you know, and but I think he's just very, 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 very disheartened. With, you know, he doesn't get it's like mainstream won't touch him. But I got back on my Instagram today. I'm well happy. I've got back into my Instagram account, which means I can now message Memory Hold. Yeah. And most people know Memory Hold. Best researcher in the fucking game. No two ways about that. And I'm trying to get him to listen to Brian, because Brian has so much evidence. It's undeniable. And it's becoming more and more prevalent as the time goes on. Yeah. Also, there is another, and there is something else that we've come across. I can't really say what it is because it's not my place. Yeah, but it's deep. It concerns Sydney Cook. It concerns a certain band member, and it concerns. Oh, these bloody dogs! It concerns a certain band member, and another band member, I think, but. And I think that's rocked him as well because, you know, this shit didn't just start with Andrew Ash, you know. This shit did not start with Andrew Ash. And it didn't even start with E17. There's lots of background. Hopefully one day I will, you know, we will be able to tell you. But for now, it really isn't. It really, really, really isn't my place to say. But going on child prostitution ring, basically, that's what it's about. Yeah, and it concerns Sydney Cook, Lenny Smith, all the Ashmead, Kingsmead, the Kingsmead estate lot, and Jason Swift as well. So, yeah. Oh, I'm just looking at the comments. I can read the comments this time. That's why I went live from Facebook, because when I go live with Restream, I can't see any of the comments, and I thought, no, I need to see the comments. So got my glasses on, as you can see, and I'm looking for the comments, but there's not very many up there now. But I haven't gone live off Facebook for a long time, so it's nice to be back, sort of. Yeah. Oh, see, I'm just looking at this. US announces Putin asset freeze. Like, what the, like, they're just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And if you prod the bear too much, he's going to turn around and roar and bite you. And that's what I think's happening. Because I've always found President Putin to be probably the world leader that I've got more respect for. You know, I don't know where he stands on child trafficking, but I don't know. But he's not a nutter, definitely not a nutter, and he's saying that he wants to release Ukraine from there, and you know, it's bad. It's bad because all that's going to happen, you know, the only people who are going to suffer are the innocent people that ain't got no say in jack shit. But they're doing the right job on Putin because everybody is against him. It's just a joke. It is just, but I do know, like I said, Ukraine is Americans' bitch 100%. And they wanted the war, and now they've got it. And it's just a fucking it's just. I don't understand it. I really don't get it. But all I'm seeing on TV is Russians are doing it, Russians are this, Russians that, and it's always blaming the fucking Russians, and it's the same thing again. And to be quite honest with you, I think we've got enough troubles in our own country before we go pushing our nose in other people's business, which is exactly what's going to happen because we're America's bitch as well. Oh. Yeah, oh, you're right, Jane. When people, like, seriously, you poke the bear enough, and Putin has been very, because I've listened to some of his speeches, and I do keep up with things, apart from the past few weeks, but and I've listened to his speeches. And as long as the translation was all right, I don't know if the translation was right, but he makes sense. He makes sense. Everything he says to me makes sense. So, I don't know, but I do know Joe Biden is an extension of Hillary Clinton. That's basically what he is, Democrats, isn't it? But I just think it's where's the refugees going to go? Number one, yeah, where are the refugees going to go? You know, it's and I've got no problem with. I've got absolutely no problem with refugees. Do not think that for 1 minute. Yeah, But like I said, our country at the moment is it's so far. I don't, you know, and poking our nose in this Ukraine thing is not going to end well for us at all. And anyone who thinks any different is nuts. Anyone who thinks any different is absolutely nuts. But oh God, I had loads of things to say, and now I'm forgetting what I was going to say. Well, yeah, let's go back to Brian. You know, that live he done earlier on, and he has had enough. He has had enough. But it will, to lose Brian from this movement, because to be quite honest with you, it's just me and Brian, really. You know, and I haven't met anybody else who's truthful like that. In fact, I've met very untruthful people, so I'm a bit, you know, not feeling it at all. Oh, is that true? He was the first to say NWO were all Satanists, because they fucking are. They're just, you know. But one thing I will say is the Satanism is coming out more and more and more. I watched a series called Raising Dion. Yeah, and I watched the first series. It was brilliant. The second series wasn't as good, but the one-eyed symbolism in it, it was. I was sitting there like, what? It's so blatant. They don't care anymore. They really do not care anymore. And the God, my dogs are trying to get in. But they just don't give a shit anymore. You know, never mind about hiding it. They're not hiding it. There's paedophile symbols all over the gaff. There's open in music videos. That little Nas X. Well, I rest my case. What else can I say? You know, they've turned hip hop on its head. You know, they've just hip hop's just a joke now. You've got rainbow people like that Tekashi 6ix9ine with rainbow teeth, rainbow hair. I don't know where rainbows come into hip hop, to be quite honest with you. And little Nas X, you know, it's just disgusting. It is really, really, really disgusting. And this world is just going to pot. This world is just an absolute joke. That we're in 2022, is it 2022, and war's breaking out. You know, and I'm not believing what our media's telling us, because they all chat shit anyway. So, you know, you're not going to get the truth, are you? No, you're not going to get no truth. Because our media is just so biased, and they're against Putin as well. You know, it's because they're so far up America's arse. And the video that I saw about Ukraine was to do with Hunter Biden, but I call him Hunter Biden because he's a fucking idiot. And even that all went away. Where did that go to? There was so much evidence on Hunter Biden, yeah, it just went away. Now, you know, and I mean disgusting, absolute disgusting, just disgusting shit was on his laptop. Yeah, it was so bad. Yeah, and you know, little Chinese get, it was just awful, and it's all gone away. It's all gone away. And as for Joe Biden, he's the biggest nonce going. And I don't believe that he's instigated this. I believe that there's people behind the scenes who's instigated it for him. Obama was for going to war with Russia. Clinton was to go to war with Russia. So, you know, I think Trump was the only thing that stopped them. But then, I don't know. You know what? Our media have a lot to answer for. I didn't realise how bad it was until I kind of met Brian. And it's and they control all our online media. It's not just the mainstream media. They control all our online media. Everything online they control. It's bad. It is. It's really, really, really bad. But I don't know if any of you've realised, I've done a live with Brian last week. And if you want to go and watch it, which I suggest you do, because when me and Brian do a live, like, there's no script. It's not scripted. It's just like two people who know a lot, and we talk, and the amount of information that is in that live stream. It's I've had edibles because he was doing a live. I didn't realise. I rung him, and yes, same people run the media all over the world. Yeah, five companies, Viacom, Comcast, Disney. What's the other ones? Disney. There's two, but there are five companies that control the world's media. Five, Disney's one of them, and that it's. But I put up a video on Facebook. It was called Monopoly. I suggest if you're in media and watch it, because I'll tell you two names to watch out for: BlackRock and Vanguard. Yeah, because when it comes down to it, all of the, even like kind of them people who are meant to be against each other, when it comes down to it, they're all owned by BlackRock and fucking Vanguard. And there's another one. What's the other one? Oh, God. But I mean, it's how can five companies control the world's media? I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist, but not by far, or anything like that, but you don't have to be to see that there's definitely something very, very, very wrong. Very, very, very wrong with our media. And as for the Charles's charity thing, you saw it was a headline and then it went away. And that's what they're hoping people are going to forget about that. But no. And if that ain't bad enough, we've got the Savile thing. And Bishop Ball. Yeah? Because Prince Charles stepped in and got Bishop Ball off of child molestation charges. He worked out of Lambeth Palace. Yeah? He was a disgrace. Yeah? And as for Savile as well, you can go on about Andrew, but fuck me, Charles was really good friends with Savile for years and years and years. And now he's going to be king. Are you fucking mad? It's, I think you do away with a lot of them, man. Harry I like, not going to lie. I do like Harry, but I'm not too sure about what he's... I think he's realised it's game up or something. Because I wouldn't want my children around nonsense. If I have a child, I'm getting as far away from that nonsense family as what I possibly can. So, big up, don't let me down, Harry. But he probably will, because he done the interview with Oprah. But like Brian said, if he'd go on Oprah to get his fucking story out. But yeah, she wasn't the best pick, was she? But then, I say that, but it's only people like me and you that know, like, about Oprah. It's a joke, but I just have the good people have everything. Okay, well, but what are good people gonna do? This is what we're saying. What are people gonna do? People might be in. I know people have got the information. I know you've got everything, but what are we going to do with that? Because that's what Brian's problem is. What can we do with that information? Absolutely jack shit. That's the bottom line. I don't know how we get out of this. I don't even know how you go about sorting it out. I can't. All I can do is tell you what I know, put up the documentaries, and just try and educate people, really, because it's for me, everything's falling apart. Everything is falling apart. Everything. And Kim Greenway, it's all happening behind the scenes, but the thing is like, it's happening, if it's happening behind the scenes, I don't know, but people like me, but we need something to happen, something to change, something that, and I just believe that Brian deserves some form of justice. I don't know what for though, because there's so many fucking things that have been done to him over the years, especially since 2013, I think it was, or 2012 with the Andrew. And you know, he's done this every single day, and he's tired, and he needs some. You know, he's just saying, "I just want something to happen." Yeah, and I was looking in these comments when he was doing his live earlier on because it broke my heart as well. I didn't. He said yesterday when they took his channel, "That's it, I've had enough," and then like it was only through Facebook that I found out his channel was back up. And I said to him, "Bro, your channel's back up." And he was like, "No, it ain't." I went, "Yeah, it is." And he went and he looked. And I think that's freaked him the fuck out because you know, they give him a notice of termination. They actually give him a notice that they said, "Your account is terminated." And then they give it back. Now, I'm going on the... Ronald! Sorry. I'm going on the assumption that I'm just going on the assumption that they didn't have permission to take down his channel, but they needed to take it down for some reason. I was saying to him to go through all the videos, see what's been taken down, see what the thing. But the thing is, they haven't took down any of the videos that we thought that they'd have took down. But I just think it's all to get in his head, and you know what? It seems at the moment he's working. But yeah, he does look tired. And he is tired because, like I said, there's other stuff that we've come across that we can't say at the moment, and I think that's freaked him the fuck out as well, because you know it's all been so close to him all his life, literally all his fucking life. It's been at him, but I know Brian well enough to know that Brian's not a quitter. He might feel like that today, and he might feel like it tomorrow, and he might feel like it next day, but he's not a quitter. And I don't think we've heard the last of Brian. I really don't believe that we've heard the last of Brian. But he does need to take some time out to to rest and concentrate on what he needs to concentrate on. And then because I feel like that sometimes. That's why I've took 2 weeks off. I done the live with Brian last week, but that weren't, you know, that was just a. But I've took time off because when you watch all these documentaries that I watch as well, because I don't put anything up that I ain't watched. It does get to you. It does get when you realise how shit this world is. Yeah, it gets to you, and then when you realise that your whole life has been, I'd say from the age of like, even I don't know, because he had that Leslie Bailey, I think it was, living next door to him, or one of that crew that lived next door to him when he was younger, and that was part of Sidney Cook's gang. Everyone's thinking about Brian, and you know, he's probably he is the most truthful person I've ever met. To be quite honest with you, he's because obviously in my business you don't really meet many truthful people. But you know that in this fucking game it's a joke. And I did notice in his comments earlier on, but people were trying to blame me, saying that I'm a negative influence. How'd you come to that conclusion? I'm a negative influence. It's just like, oh, just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Like, it's just, you know. But I think Brian should concentrate on, because music is in Brian's blood, I'll tell you that much. You know, there are some people who are born to entertain, to be singers or whatever, and Brian was one of them. Yeah.
Mum, these dogs are kissing me hard. Look. Out. Out. Out.
Sorry, but my dogs are driving my friend mad. Yeah, but people were saying that in his comments. Oh, Nicky Cooper's a negative influence. I didn't get that. I really didn't get that. But I had to touch on it because how am I a negative influence? You know, no one's a negative. Like I'm not a negative influence. In fact, but Brian's. I think I've helped Brian in certain ways, and I think Brian's helped me because Brian's cooed me up to the fucking media. I'll tell you that much. And old James Fielding, well, you know, and these people like, because everything he says, it then gets lost in because there's so much distraction going on. That's what it is. It's just distraction. There's so much distraction going on. Like I said, 2 weeks I ain't done a live. We've had John Brunel suicided, Prince Charles's charity, Virginia Giuffre. They're well on their way to this thingy in her. But me and Brian disagree on that because I believe Virginia Giuffre. Yeah, I know. I didn't even look see who wrote the comments. I wasn't even interested really. But it's just why would you feel the need to say that I have a negative influence? It's just ridiculous. I don't think I'm a negative person at all, and anyone who knows me knows that I'm not a negative person. It's just that there's a lot of negativity going on around me. That's you know, and that's a fact. Especially. I live in a very satanic area. Yeah, Eltham it's got its roots so embedded in Satanism. And Eltham Palace was built by the Viking Rollo, who was in France. His brother-in-law, Count Odo, built the first thing of Eltham Palace, and not a lot of people know that. But the people who live in the Eltham Palace at this moment in time are called the Coulthards. And the Coulthards are an openly Germanic, satanic family. They are openly satanic. They don't hide it. They don't care. Yeah, my little area, it's everything's upping in value. Yeah, everything's upping in value. But you know, we've got a nursery called the Little Goblins. We've got another one that's opened up down the road that's called Rainbow Star. And I'm not going to lie, the guy who runs it, 100%, I know he's a nonce. You know? But what can you do? What the fuck can you do? Yeah, I just have to try and close my eyes to it and just crack on. But yeah, no, I mean, what can you do about it? There's nothing you can do about it, is there? So, yeah, it's... But if anyone wants to write anything, I'll get a comment because at the moment I'm a loss. I hate talking on my own. You know, it's like me I'm talking to myself on a computer. It's nuts. It's really, really nuts. I've always been better off with people. You know, if you hear the live with Brian, we bounce off each other. Yeah, but when you're actually just talking to yourself and you're looking at yourself, yeah, it's nuts, really. But yeah, what else was I talking about? Oh yeah, Prince Charles's charity. We ain't given that enough enough coverage because that did make the mainstream for 2 minutes and then it went away. And you know, there are some things in the mainstream they have to cover, but they give it a brief cut and then shut it down. But I said to Brian that couldn't have been planned because they're planning on making Charles king, aren't they? That's what the Queen was meant to have said, and Camilla Queen. So it wouldn't make sense for them to come out with a story like that. But there are things that they can't suppress. There are things that they can't suppress. So they cover it, and they cover it in the quickest way possible. Put a headline in, and then be like, what? And then it goes away again. And then we've got Russia and Ukraine at war, which is taking up everyone's time. And you know, that's what it's meant to do. I don't think I don't think it's a plan for. I think Russia has thingied Ukraine. I think Russia has invaded Ukraine. But what was going on in Ukraine before he invaded it is another story. And like I said, if Joe Biden and Hunter Biden have got anything to do with it, which they have, you know, you do the maths. And if President Putin is saying he's going in there to free the Ukrainian, because on the thing is, on the thing, you know, on the thing that comes up underneath, and it's saying that we're being told not to listen to Russia's thingy lies about freeing the Ukrainian people from why? It's what he's saying, but he's being put down as a megalomaniac. It's ridiculous. Oh, thank you. Yeah, COVID's just disappeared now, isn't it? It's just gone. Gone. Like, move on. Look how quick Brexit just went. What's happening with fucking Brexit anyway? Because I don't think the Ukraine's in the EU either, for some reason. Why do I think that? No, it's definitely not in the EU. Definitely not in the EU. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, you know, it's nice. I do have, you know, I've got some quite loyal fans actually. I will say that. But you know, like I said, but you've got to understand where Brian's coming from. You know, it's. I think he's just despairing. But like I said, that's just one thing after another, one thing after another. Now the papers are trying not to concentrate on the royal family. And then we've got the war broke out, and now we're being told that Putin. It's just it's and I'm beginning to think there's there's definitely something not right about this Ukrainian invasion. Definitely something not right about it. There's never anything. When is war ever right? That's all. You know, it's. Yeah, I know a lot of people that they support. You know, they really, and this is what I keep saying to Brian. Brian, they support you. Yeah, the people support you. Your fans get you. Yeah, and he does know that, but I think it's just getting to him. Because, like I said, there is information that we can't. Right, if I had my way, I'd be splurting. Believe you me, I would be splurting. And let me tell you, this goes out to all his fucking other bandmates. Yeah, you have no idea of how loyal. Yeah, Brian, because Brian said, "Oh no, no, I can't." It's because he's loyal. He doesn't want to. Yeah, he doesn't want to, right? And that is loyalty that is rare. Yeah, because even to this day, he still ain't named the band member. Yeah, everyone knows who it is. I'm not saying, but everyone knows who it is. But he still won't say, and he knows 100%. And also, I believe that person has gone on and was groomed to take over from Tom Watkins. Because they had to have someone to take his place, whether he died or whether he didn't, whatever, he had to go. And I believe this person was groomed and has took his fucking place. That's my opinion. But you know, when you, because Brian's lived this shit, I haven't. I've lived a different lifestyle. Yeah, I've been in Soho and on a street level. Yeah, well, Brian has lived this shit. Brian saw Ghislaine in the Red Rooms, and come on, if there's a royal member in now, who's it going to be? It's going to be fucking Andrew. It ain't going to be anybody else, is it? Yeah, it's not going to be anybody else. But yeah, and I don't know, but I don't think it's we've seen the end of Brian. I hope to God we haven't seen the end of Brian. You know, and also as well, my BitChute channel. If you haven't subscribed to me on BitChute, you're mad. Yeah, and it's not just all my lives. No, 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 no. Yeah, there are so many documentaries up there. Documentaries you're never going to see anywhere else. They are all watched by me. Every single documentary that I've put up has been watched by me. And there are some I watch and I think, oh fucking hell, they're shit, right? But I take pride in my BitChute channel, and what goes up there is very important to me. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to cover as well. I'm not gonna lie, absolutely gutted, right? You Mouthy Buddha. As you all know, I'm a fan of Mouthy Buddha, big fan. Not as much as Memory Old, but Mouthy Buddha makes some banging videos. And I've got to put it up afterwards, right? But he's done a new video. And this new video covers the VIP, Westminster VIP paedophile ring. And you can imagine my horror when he started saying he was talking about Leon Britton and the usual Cyril Smith, Leon Britton, they'll take your pick, whatever one. And he said, and the victim, Nick, this guy, and my heart sank. My heart sank because if he's such a good researcher, why did he not mention that Nick Cole Beach got 18 years, according to the media, but got 18 years in prison? It's a bit mad to quote someone who's then been put in prison for lying. And I'm not going to lie. Brian said to me not that long ago, he said, Nick, he said, Mouthy Buddha, I'm not too sure about. He said, I don't like the pyramid with and I was defending. I'm like, no. I can. But yet again, he's been proved right, and that gutted me because I was a big fan of Mouthy Buddha. And he's never not taken away from his work because his work was amazing, but as far as I'm concerned, best researcher on the planet is Memory Hold. And if you don't know who Memory Hold is by now, any of my followers, then where have you been hiding under a rock? Because there is that, and he is fantastic. Don't take what I said about Mouthy Buddha and not want to watch his work, because his work in Pedogate and has been fantastic. And it might just be my mate, but that was the biggest red flag going, because he's a better researcher than that. He really is. But yeah, so I don't know why he didn't feel the need to mention that Nick was then put in prison, Cole Beach, which I'm not sure about that either, but that's what the media is saying. It was a bit of a misstep, and he also promoted John Wedger in one of his videos as well. But I was saying to Brian, no, that's because John's being pushed as someone credible in America, and I believe it was that Robert Davies Steele who was giving him credibility in America. Yeah, everyone's saying it. Everything is falling apart around the world. It's everything, and it's horrible because when you're me, you wake up every day and you're watching these documentaries, and you just think to yourself, I can't. It's so hard to believe, even for me, what's going on. When you think you've seen everything, something else comes up, like the bloody human meat thing. That done me. And it's a thing, human meat consumption, right? And if you're doubting me, you've got the Cannibal Calf. You had one in Vauxhall, and these and these people pose as vegans because they don't eat animal meat, they eat human meat. Now, as crazy as that is for people, that is a thing. The human meat trade is so vast, because you can't tell human meat from animal meat once it's minced up. You cannot tell, and all the time there's this distraction, this war going on. Who's going to suffer? Who's going to suffer in Ukraine? It's going to be the children, isn't it? Because war creates orphans. Oh yeah, and I just, they're all going to be there lining up. Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah, they are the biggest. They are the biggest buyers for the. Yeah, McDonald's are so far up in it. It's unbelievable. But they're the biggest people who, I don't know what they call them. Not consumer, because I know that they're the biggest the buyers. Yeah, and even when they put horse meat in our fucking shit. Remember that? And everyone was going mad. It's everyone. He's so sweet. 'Cause I just wish Brian could see my comments because, you know, there's so much support for Brian, and he just doesn't. I see where he's coming from. I see where he's coming from. But, you know, I would just love to see him get some sort of justice for, even just for a minor, because once he get, and that's what I'm saying, he doesn't know where to go. There's no one else. I mean, I'm the only person who does like lives with him. So I'm just looking at that. But, you know, he does this on his own. He carries this on his own, and that is a lot of burden. That is a lot of burden. But I just wish to God he could see the comments on my Facebook, because, you know, he's a good person, and he ain't done nothing wrong. He's not like me. He's not a criminal. Yeah, I know about police things because I've been a criminal. I'm not denying that. I'm not lying about that. But Brian ain't. He just wanted to make R&B. No, Brian doesn't go out ever. Never. Never. You know, he might pop to round the corner, but he's always back. No, to be quite honest with you, he hasn't got no life. He hasn't got no life. But then, what is he meant to do? Because they have tried to kill him. There's no two ways about that. Several failed attempts, actually. So I think I would be a bit antisocial, not want to be around people, because that's when you're in the most danger. And all they got to do is send an MK Ultra, someone who's MK Ultra, and yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't go out if I was him, to be quite honest with you. You know, but he said he's travelled all around the world. Why does he need to go anywhere? Which is a good attitude to be taking. What else was I talking about? Sorry, I'm flitting from one to the other, but it's just, you know, I've got no notes, no nothing. I just thought, oh, I'm going to do a live, and I thought, just wing it, just wing it, Nick. So I'm kind of running out of things to say. Hi. Good. It's been ages since I've gone live on Facebook. It's been ages. So yeah, I thought, yeah, let's just go live on Facebook. It took me ages to work out how to do it because it's all changed, because it's Meta now. And I haven't even looked into that, but someone said there's something dodgy about that Meta. I'll get to the bottom of it because they're coming later, so I'll get to the bottom of it. But yeah, no, there's. Yeah, I'm not feeling and please don't take it. I'm not feeling religion at all. I have looked at so many, like I've got Muslim friends, got Christian friends, you know, and I don't get none of it. I really don't get none of it, but I do believe that there's a higher power without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, there is a higher power. I'm not going to call it God because that's a man-made word as far as I'm concerned. But I believe that you don't have to. I mean, if I don't believe in it, then what? I'm going to go to hell. That's ridiculous. Yeah. And the thing is I think if it should be a private thing, and the Catholic religion, well, don't even get me started on that, because that is the most demonic of all the religion. That is the Catholics are the worst, and you know, I don't understand how Catholics and Protestants, one can get married and one can't. It's just all mad to me. And I choose to believe in a higher power, and I call it the Creator. Call it the Creator, but I'm not going to pretend that I'm religious in any way, because it it doesn't. Religion just does not make sense, and it's all of the religions. It's not just one religion. Every religion says if you don't believe in us, we're gonna, you know. It's just, and how many wars have been based around religion and money and whatever else. But yeah, it's. Wait till people find out about Offset. The priests actually believe that they have a right, they have a God-given right to sodomise children. They believe they're doing the children a favour. I can't work out the thing in that either, to be quite honest with you. But it's all about control, and it does control. It really does control. You see how many people, you think that they're not religious, but when they come down to it, they are, you know, and it's so much is based around superstition, religion. It's ridiculous. It is really, and I'm not just saying that about, I'm saying that about all religions. I even tried to read the Bible for a hot minute, and that the Bible, that shocked me, because I started obviously with the Old Testament, and I'm thinking, hang on, this is meant to be the good book. I couldn't see much good in it, and that is no word of a lie. I could not see no good in the Old Testament. And then they say about the New Testament is much nicer. But for me, you know, I believe that the Bible has a lot of truth in it. And I believe it's a book with lots of physics in it, with lots of science in it. And if you know how to read it, because Nikola Tesla got his idea for microwave technology from the Bible, the book of Revelation. He said that. And Nikola Tesla, not Elon Musk, Nikola Tesla, are one of the greatest geniuses of our time. Great, like unbelievable. Yeah, and he was driving around his village in an electric car in 1903, or was it 1908? One of them. Now, we had an electric, now we're going to electric cars. So if we'd listened to him in the first place, we wouldn't be in this situation. That's it. That's what I've. But they made him out to be nutty in the end, and tried to discredit him, and nicked all his stuff. But what I do know is that he sold a lot of his technology to Russia. And people said that he was in love with a pigeon. No, he weren't. He was using them as courier pigeons, because there was I don't know if anyone remembers Showbox on, you know, when you used to get all the shit come out, and Showbox was the one, man. And they come out with it. It was called the Tesla Files. I think it was called the Tesla Files. And yeah, guess who was in charge of logging all his technology? It was Trump's grandfather. Don't know if that whether that's anything to do with anything, but it was just very, very, very interesting to. Oh, the Queen owned all the rights to Bible. Wow, I didn't know that. But I know Rupert Murdoch's printing a new Bible, so hey, there you go. He's in charge of printing the new Bible, so I don't hold that much hope for that. And also, it was when it was translated, and it was translated into English. Was it King James? Oh, don't quote me, because I'm not 100% on that. I think it was the King James Bible. And, you know, how can you... You can't translate it word for word. You can't... So for me, you know... I mean, I'm not saying that what I'm saying is right. I'm just saying from my perception, my what I perceive. Brian's a big believer in Jesus Christ. Me, I'm choosing not to go along that route. Although I believe if you're a good person, yeah, you're a good person. You know, that you never mind. I mean, good people sometimes do bad things, because life, because of social, all different. Because I was a clipper for over 30 years. I was ripping people off up West End, But what I will say is it's not personal. Yeah, it was never personal. It was always named. I didn't know the people I was clipping. Yeah, it was and no, it wasn't right. But there's a lot worse out there. Let me tell you that now. Lot worse out there. So does that make me a bad person? No. I will say the day I met John Wedger was the day I gave up clipping. So that's one good thing that come out of that. But that's enough. That's enough said on that wanker. But it's. But I don't disrespect people's religion. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it, and I don't understand how they live their life on a book that's been tampered with. That's been, for me, that you've always got to look at the bigger picture, and I don't think that's that's exactly because you're listening to. You don't know who wrote it, but all up to good people who want to follow religion, and that's up to them. And I know you got half a story. That's all BS. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Look at the artwork from back then. It was all cherubs, naked children, yeah, you're right there, Lisa. You are right there. But to be quite honest with you, I pretty much understand a lot of their shit, but I just don't know why they're doing it, and I don't know how they're getting away with it. That's what does me. This shit's all out there in the open. Yeah, all out there in the open, and people just because the mainstream media is the most powerful tool on the planet, basically, and only 5 companies are in charge of come on. And you're never going to get the truth. You're always going to get a biased. But I mean, it went from bias to absolutely ridiculous, because even the Baby P story, I don't think that was real. I really do not believe that was real. And these cases are designed to make the social services right by what they do. That's what cases like Baby P and who was the other? I'm not even going to say her name because I can't bother to start up a load of shit. But that Baby P story, that was not real. 100%. I believe it wasn't real. Yeah, it really, and it's just a way for people to, if the social services take someone's child, they say, oh no, they was doing it because of Baby P, because it could have been. And, it just reinforces what the social services do, to be quite honest with you, because they've just turned into fucking child stealers, child traffickers, really, because that's all the social services are to me nowadays. That's they're stealing people's children left, right and centre for no reason, and it's happened to a couple of people that I know, because as you know, I live on a council estate, so obviously there's quite a lot of it going on around here. And the way they try and entrap young mums. And when I was younger, hang on. But that's just distracted me. So I'm trying to read the comments. I'm trying to keep up. I am trying to keep up with the comments because I want to reply, but oh yeah, I know there was wireless tech. There was wireless tech from Nikola Tesla. He come up with, and this is what annoys me. People think Nikola Tesla is Elon Musk. Yeah, the younger generation believe that Tesla is Elon Musk. Oh my God, you have no idea how much that grates on me. Yeah, it grates on me so much because it's like that Down syndrome looking fucking dickhead is. Oh, I've just seen Boris on TV. It's that Dan. Oh my God, he's sweating. Oh my God. No. He's actually sweating. Sorry, he's actually fucking. He looks like a fucking crackhead. And I don't see how. Oh, him and his fucking cheese and wine bullshit. Well, he must be so happy that this has popped up now, and everyone's going to forget about the cheese and wine. Never mind about they couldn't be with their families, and but Boris is okay now. He's okay. It's okay. Let's forget about it. And this is a pattern that's repeated time and time and time again. Oh yeah, the World Health Organization. You do know that Lady Gaga's mum's on that, don't you? Lady Gaga's mum is on the World Health Organization. Um, and you can Google that and see that. They don't really promote that, but yeah, that is 100% truth. Yep, mobile phones in the 18th century. I don't know I don't know whether they was actually invented then, but I know that Nikolai Tesla, all our tech comes from Nikolai Tesla. Gaga is a bloke. It wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. She's fucked. But you just look at these people and they're not living happy lives. They're not living happy lives. They're not. All of them. They're all fucked. Beyonce, Rihanna, the whole lot of them. And people that what's it? Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande. They are all fucked. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, no, but she doesn't pretend like she flits between being a bloke and a bird, doesn't she? I think she's just got an identity crisis, to be quite honest with you. But I think she's fucked because all that eating feces and all that and worshipping fucking blue bottle flies, it's got to take a fucking toll on you, isn't it? I mean, it's got to take its toll. I mean, come on, man, eating fucking feces. Ooh. Thoughts on Sunita Simon and Simon Cowell, Nick? Simon Cowell is definitely a nonce, and he's definitely gay. He tries to put himself as a ladies' man, but no, he's a batty man. He is a batty man, 100%. And he don't get where he don't get where he got without being some sort of procurer or what. Yeah, I ain't really, and I believe Sunita could be his handler. But that's speculation. That's just Simon is on trial. A lot of people are saying this lately. Like the people, I hope so. I hope so. That's all I can say. I hope so. Yeah, I hope all these trials and executions. I can't see it, to be quite honest with you. I just can't see it. But it's nice to hope anyway. But then I was hoping with Trump, not gonna lie, I had a little bit of hope, and they all let you down in the end because I don't think any of she hangs off him. I believe that Sunita is Simon Cowell's handler, 100%. That would make sense of their friendship, but that's like I said, that's just speculation. But Simon Cowell, I definitely believe, is a procurer. Through X Factor, because if you notice, they was getting younger and younger and younger on the thing. They was there. I think the last one that they had done, they 13, 14, and that's not good. Yeah, I believe I'm with you on that, Tom Hanks, mate. I don't understand that how he's thought out a fucking film. Yeah, because it. Oh, And like I said, this has rocked me from 2016, 2017. I started going into this, but I was into the Pizzagate stuff before I was into, like, I didn't think shit like that really went on over here. And that is the God's honest truth. You hear things in summer, you think, oh yeah, about the auctions. I used to hear about, I've heard about the auctions a lot of times over the years, and it's always been the same thing. That's why I believe it's in Whitechapel Gallery. But I'll do another live on that, because that's the Arts and Embassies program see, I've even forgot about the Arts and Embassies program. This is how mad shit is. The Arts and Embassies program is something that I feel so strongly about. So strongly. It's an actual thing. And that Wayne Couzons and that other guy who was in his they was in the same elite like thing, and that's something to look at, because what are the chances of getting out of this elite squad? You've got two so far, and one of them, obviously, he got done for the murder of Rachel Everard, and the other one he had 59 charges of sexual misconduct. Like, why have these police officers, for a better word, because I don't believe they're mainstream police. No, they're not. And that the mainstream police have nothing to do with them. So I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying that this elite force, one of them got killed. Don't you remember when he was guarding the, what was he guarding? I can't remember what he was guarding. The police officer got stabbed. And then that Wayne Couzons, yeah, and then the other guy, it just shows you their attitude to women. Like, what makes you think that you can take or do whatever you want to do and there's going to be no consequences? Because that's what I'm seeing a lot of with the police. But wow, is that true? Found 300 children in tunnels under Victoria Station. Nah, that's a lot of children, man. Nah, they could never have kept that quiet. But I know the tunnel network is very, very vast. Very, 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 very vast. And people don't know how much is underneath our feet. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and in Trafalgar Square, they've got a control centre thing. I've seen it twice, and people have seen it, but you think, no, didn't it? It's an opening in Trafalgar Square. It's mad, and then you've got steps going down. But yeah, but there is definitely, where's that club? That Greek Cypriot name pops up a lot, yeah. Oh, our kids' homes are definitely fucked. Our kids' homes are playgrounds for paedophiles. And as time's gone on, paedophiles know to go and get jobs there. Yeah, and the whole, if someone come to me and they said I'm being trafficked, I couldn't do fuck all. I wouldn't even know where to go to help them. If you call the police, they're going to get recycled. Where would you go? Yeah, so that's why I'm not interested in setting up no charities, no nothing. I can't help fucking no one. I really can't. All I can do is educate. That's all I can do. But fucking the amount of grief you get for just doing that is it's ridiculous. Well, but then what are they going to do with the kids that are being rescued? That's what I want to know. Like, where do they go? Childline? Don't think so. Yeah, Childline for me is just a fucking joke. NSPCC, okay, yeah, right. Like we've got Prince Andrew was ambassador for the NSPCC, right? When he was clearly all up with Epstein, and then we had who else was involved with the NSPCC? Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm forgetting now. Prince Andrew. Then we had Rachel Chandler. Rachel Chandler's sister-in-law, Can Siva, going on Epstein's flight logs. going on Epstein's flight like 32 times. Like, that was more than Clinton, mate. Yeah, that was more than Clinton. She was ambassador. She was the president of the NSPCC, West Suffolk branch. So, okay, we've got two certified nonces. Yeah, then you've got Esther Rantzen sitting there with Hillary Clinton. And you don't just sit there with Hillary Clinton. You've got business going on. I wonder what that business is, Childline. Yeah, it is just disgusting. Even Great Ormond Street Hospital was defiled by that fucking dodgy Porter guy. You know, and it's just me and Brian who are reporting on these stories. Like, and that Porter story in Great Ormond Street Hospital, remember it as clear as day. It come up underneath a headline about Daniela getting a job in Aldi. And then it come up underneath it. And I was like, what the fuck? And it, you know, that's what they do. They just bury it and bury it and bury it. Yeah, that Dutroux, yeah, Dutroux case. I've cut. Hazel, you always comment on my stuff. No, that Dutroux. That Dutroux thing, that has links over here as well. Don't get it twisted. And also, do you know who's working in Belgium with child traffic, with people that have been child trafficked? Anton LaVey's daughter. What was her name? What's her name? LaVey. The daughter. What's her name? Oh, for fuck's sake! I hate this. Please, someone tell me her name. Oh. What's your name? Lana LaVey. No. Oh, for fuck's sake. Does anyone know Anton LaVey's daughter's name? Because it's driving me mad now. Oh, God, I can see it. And she's working. She's given up Satanism now. She's changed her life around. She's helping people who have been child and human trafficked in Belgium. Oh, yeah. That's what was her fucking name? I can see her. Oh, for God's sake. Oh my God. Lena LaVey? Yeah, I think it was Lena anyway. I have to settle on Lena because I just can't think. But yeah, she's working with... do you know what, Hazel? I just don't think that anybody can grasp the scale. Because before I went into this, I didn't think it went on over here, to be quite honest with you. My first port of call was the Hampstead case. And I didn't come across the Hampstead case till quite late because, and at first I thought it was Hampstead in America. And then I was like, fuck, it's in, but even that's dodgy. And that has been pushed so much. That has been pushed so much in America. More in America than over here. Oh, update on Sabine McNeil, by the way. She's been released from prison and she's now living back in Germany. Very convenient. But, you know, hey, what else can... It was Lena LaVey, I think, yeah, Lena LaVey, I'm pretty sure it was. And Ellen was it. If you talk about Ellen DeGeneres, I don't even know how that bitch has got her show back. It is just unreal. Because you do know on the Wayfair... Shut up! You do know on the Wayfair... oh, thank you. But you do know on the Wayfair thing, she had her own... She had pillows and floor pillows and lamp. There was a lot to that Wayfair story that a lot of people didn't, because that got buried so fucking fast. Yeah, and but if you notice over here now, Wayfair have stopped doing their high end, and I just hope that. Well, I don't think they've stopped child trafficking. I just think they've reined it in a bit, especially here, because they can't let shit get out over here because we're so small. You know, we're such a small country. News travels round. I mean, one guy got shot in Tottenham. Next thing, you've got riots in Birmingham. And let me tell you now, London and Birmingham links are like tight tight. Everyone in London's got family in Birmingham, I can tell you that much for nothing. And they're tight. No, it's not Carrier LaVey. Nah, she's not. It's Lena. Look up Victoria there. But I'm sure it is Lena LaVey. It is Lena LaVey. I'm positive on it. Positive. But talking about that, I watched a documentary yesterday. It was on the Moors murders. Very, very, very interesting it was. But I'm telling you now, there was even more to that. There was even more to that. And the governor of Holloway was taking her for walks around Hampstead Heath. I thought, oh, for fuck's sake. Why Hampstead Heath? It is actually on the documentary that the governor of Cookham Prison was taking her for walks around Hampstead Heath. I wonder what interest. I wonder what was interested in Hampstead. I was just like, nah. But if you watch it, it's on. I think it's on all four. It's the Moors murder. It's a free 4-parter. But I swear to God, that's what they said. The governor was taking her for walks on Hampstead Heath. It's like, whoa. Once upon that wouldn't have meant nothing to me. Now, why Hampstead? It's not near Holloway. It's not very near Holloway. I think it was either she was in Holloway when she done it. Was it the Holloway screw? I think it must have been Holloway because like they couldn't have took her from Cookham to Hampstead Heath. So yeah, it must have been Holloway. Oh, it's Zena LaVey. That's it. I knew it was like Lena Zena. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you. But yeah, Zena LaVey. She's now helping child traffic victims in Belgium. And whoa. And who's helping her with that? That Anneke Lucas, I suppose. Yeah, there is so, but where the social services are concerned, not gonna lie, they are an absolute fucking joke. When I was younger, they tried to they were there to help. Right? Yeah, Zena. They was there. They used to try and help people, like, and it's just completely changed on its head. And I know someone personally who they've tried to entrap. And what they do, you see all these private lettings that they have. People rent out to people on housing benefit and that. The landlords are involved in entrapping. Yeah, because they tried to do it to my friend's daughter. It's nuts. Nuts. They say, right, you can't see the baby father because of whatever. And, it might be, but a lot of the time it's not justified. It's not justified. And then when the baby father goes there, the landlord will let himself in. And it's bad. I mean, it is so bad. And all the time that all these distractions is still going on. They crack on and do what they're doing. I totally agree with you there. Totally. But Levi Belfield was registered on the company in... Oh, shit. Sorry, Bright. I can't remember. But he was registered on the company from... And it was definitely the same one because of his birth. I mean, Brian has got so much stuff. It's under... But just for the record, I believe Millie Dowler was part of the same child prostitution ring as Jason Swift, because people don't realise where Jason Swift is concerned. They think he met them and got killed. No, he didn't. He was going around the country with Sidney Cook, which means he was being trained to be a procurator. Obviously, he was a rent boy. There's no two ways about that. But there was a... No, I've got to shut up because I can't say nothing. But Tom Watkins, but I believe that one of the band members has been groomed to take his place. And he's a big child procurer. Don't ever get that twisted. Tom Watkins was one of for me, he was on a Savile thing, but in the music industry. Yeah, no, but it's been good interacting with comments. It's good to see comments sometimes because I was just thinking that I'm just going to get fucking bare comments like all over, you know, like trolls and whatever. But I haven't actually, which has been nice. And it's been nice to interact with people actually. Instead of, so you know, but I'm going to have to get Brian to sort out my computer again to attach me to Restream, so that I'm going to go out to YouTube and not all of them. Because before I was going out to everyone and then it just fucked up. Shut up, Ronnie! My dogs are being right pains in the arses. But I think I've covered loads. I think I've covered like loads and loads and loads. I've been on for 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's a long, long, long time. But like I said, I'm hoping that with Brian, this is just you know, it's a. Okay. Oh, well, it's been well. Because, you know, like I said, Brian has got enough evidence to bring down the fucking governments. It spans over time. And, you know, I just hope his passion gets reignited. If anything's doing me, it will do, because, you know, it'd be such a loss. It will be, there will be a big space, like, if Brian goes, but that's exactly what it's all designed to do. It's all designed to bring us down. Ronnie! Oh, but they're going to get in a minute. He's being a fright little fucker, he is. Thank you. And I will try and get him, you know, because he's my inspiration as well. I mean, it's not inspiration. He's just been a victim, such a victim, and a victim of miscarriage of justice. It's disgusting. I can't begin to tell you how disgusting it is. So if there's any lawyers out there, not no high-tech lawyers, not no Barrymore's lawyers, not no. If there's anyone who can even like lead him in the right direction, yeah. You know, that'd be a start. Yeah, he must tell his story, and he keeps telling his story. They've got in now. They've got in. But do you know what? I put up so many defences, and that little fucker has just got in. But anyway, they're going to start now. So I'm going to end this live, but it's been really nice engaging with you. And like, I'll go live from Facebook again until I get my computer sorted. But I will be going to visit Brian next week, 100%. And yeah, Court for Human Rights. That's what I think he should take his case, you know, because it is so strong. Yeah, my dog, my beaten dogs, by the way, if you don't mind. That is the most ludicrous accusation ever. But if you knew how much I loved my dogs, right? If you knew, my dogs bully me, my Ronnie bullies me, not the other way round. So just think, but no one talked too much. I think I talk too much. Junkerman, yeah, Nicole Junkerman. That's another but that's another podcast. I'm not going to get, because I've been on for 1 hour and 23 minutes. Didn't think I could do that anymore. But it's been really, 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 really nice engaging with you. And it's, you know, it's nice to talk to people that I see on my Facebook all the time, because I do keep up with it, you know. I do look and I do reply to some people. But Hazel, thank you, Nikki. It's been nice talking to you as well, because I see you on my Facebook all the time, and I know that you know you love my docs, and I know that you're really into my docs. And you know, it's people like you that spread the word, really. So thank you, everybody. And stay safe. All right. Bye.